Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Tajen coming back again. I got another reading. You guys, I normally push readings out as I feel intuitively inclined to do so. And I guess today is just that day. Today is just your lucky day or your fortunate day. All right, so let me go ahead and call in some help by calling air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh, who will be able to give me this information for this beautiful reading in all directions, time and space, past, present, and future. And so it is. Let me share with you something. First of all, I want to say happy birthday to all of the Virgos that were born this month, from August the 23rd to September the 22nd. And I got this candle from Dollar Tree for $1. And I'm burning that in dedication to all of my Virgos. I love my earthy Virgos. You guys are some true lovers and you're loyal when it comes to love. And I honor that about you. All right, but that's not what this reading is about. Another thing that I wanted to tell you guys, that I will be doing a weekly reading for those that are in the sign for that week. I stopped doing like the horoscope readings and, the tarot reading on zodiacs and things like that, just because I was doing a lot of content and not really that many people was into that. And it's just, it just didn't vibe. It wasn't something I really wanted to do. I tried it and it was just, it was okay, but it took up a lot of time. And so I just want to do something that's going to be a little bit more not cost effective, but a little bit more efficient. And so therefore I am going to start just doing once a week readings for you guys for all of the signs that are for that week. Like now, Virgos, I'm going to start doing it weekly for you guys. And I haven't picked a day yet, but we'll see. But this is not a zodiac reading. This is for a quick energy check for the karmics and the divine masculine and divine feminine. And there is some ish that's going on in the ethers right now that I was compelled to share, okay? Because I was really just laying down and I started having all these downloads and I'm like, oh my gosh, really, spirit? Like at the moment that I'm about to lay down and take some rest, it seems like I either get a call for work or I end up getting called from the spirit realm to work. So it's like I never really get a chance to have a break. But anyhow, enough about me. This is what I signed up for. I'm not complaining. I am just saying that your girl got you. I love you guys so much, and I'm here. I'm dedicated to help you with this journey. This journey is not for the faint of hearts. Some of us have some really shitty ass contracts, and I think that when we wrote these contracts, we were definitely in our highest of our highest states, and we felt like we could endure anything at that moment because we were in higher vibrations when it was written. And now we're coming here in the low density, and we're like, this shit is really real, right? Like, what the hell was I thinking? So without further ado, I'll go ahead and call in some help by calling air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh, who will be able to give me the information for this beautiful reading in all directions, time and space, past, present, and future. And so it is. Let me go ahead and spray to get karma spray. Oh, yeah. Woohoo. Okay, so here we go. You can see there's dark and there's light that is on this card, which is crowning the reading. And this is the cloud card, okay? It represents both aspects of dark and light. I feel like there is a storm that is passing between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I feel like there has been so much rocky ground between you that the paths are now starting to clear. And you're now having a different view of divine feminine, and you're looking at a different vantage point. You're having a new perception about your love. I feel like the karmic is still in connection with the divine masculine for those that I am channeling for at this now moment. I feel like she wasn't there, but now she's back. I feel like there is a lot of divine feminines that have walked away from the divine masculine, and the karmic had felt the pull, and now she's trying to reel the divine masculine back in by plugging things into his ear about the divine feminine, and also trying to weave her way back in. You know what I'm saying? It's like she sees that there is room, and so she's trying to get in, but she don't fit in, but she thinks she fits in. And so she's like in a divine masculine ear right now about why she's the better candidate, why she is the one or should be the one, and why divine masculine should make her the one, because she's so much better than the divine femme, because she's now making comparisons with herself and the divine feminine, because maybe some of the divine feminines, you got tired of waiting and you walked away. And she's telling divine masculine, oh, I would never do you like that. I would never leave you. I'm so loyal. I am here for you. I've never walked away from you. Even when you told me you didn't want me anymore. See, I stood by your side because I knew you were just going through a phase. Because a lot of the karmics think that the divine masculine is just going through a phase right now with the love that he has for divine femme. But we all know better. We all know that that is the furthest thing from the truth. We all know that this is not a romance that is a fairy tale romance. This is not a fly-by-night love. This is real, this is intrinsic, and this is genuine. And most importantly, it's spiritual. All right, so you have the next card. I do apologize. Got disconnected. We have the next card. The next card, it represents a nice surprise that is coming for you, divine feminine. It's on its way. And this card, it represents someone thinking about you from afar. That someone is your divine masculine. Divine masculine is at this point where he has a lot of things that are going on in his life, a lot of things that he is enduring. But one thing that he is learning is how to surrender. He's learning how to let go and to, in a sense, let God lead the way, let God direct him to the path that he needs to be on, and surrendering to his calling. I feel like a lot of the divine masculines have been resisting their calling and what they need to be doing in their life and their life purpose. Okay, not only on the twin flame journey, but when it comes to their career, when it comes to their finances, when it comes to just healing and being a constant influence in the world. And so you have this card, which is the lady. This is the divine feminine. Okay, as you can see, she's wearing a necklace with the Venus sign, which represents her femininity and her goddess that is within. She is tapping in within, and she's looking out the window as if she's expecting for someone to arrive. Well, I am here as the bearer of good news that divine masculine is coming to you. He is on his way. He is coming back, or she is, because as you know, divine masculine can be either male or female. It's not gender specific, and I do realize that I do have cross watchers as well. And not only that, we know that it's an energy, you see. And as you can see, she has this red robe that is cloaked around her. That is representing the bond and the connection that she has with the divine masculine. Even though they're not speaking, they are still connected in 5D and above. They're always together, and they're always in union. Okay, just because they're not in physical 3D union does not mean that they're not in union. They are always together in the spiritual realm in 5D and above. So she's expecting it. All right, she's thinking about him just as much as he's thinking about her. And Everything that is within her is making her feel the passion, is making her feel the desire to be with her beloved. Okay, now you have the flower card. Okay, the flower card is one of my favorite cards in this deck because it represents a gift. Okay, the giving and the receiving and the exchange of one another. Okay, and as you can see, there is a card on here. Now, flowers represents communication, you guys. When someone's sick and you go visit them in a hospital, sometimes you bring them flowers. But in this case, because it's right next to the man number 2 card, which represents the divine masculine, who is wearing the Mars symbol on his necklace, that means that he is in his power. All right, so he will be bringing her a gift. It could be flowers. All right, it could be coupled with a variety of things. It could be a sincere apology. All right, an apology that is more than just words, but actions and follow through. And not only follow through, but follow up on what you're following through. Okay, this is something that is real. This is something that divine feminine is going to be able to feel it on every level of her being, that divine masculine is coming back and he is being very sincere, because I feel like at this moment he has added up all the costs, and this is just a risk that he just don't want to take. He doesn't want to take the risk of losing his only true love that he knows that is the love of his life for the rest of his life. All right, and so the flowers also can represent the beauty that is in this connection and the beauty that is in this relationship, and then how the relationship is going to blossom and how the relationship is going to grow. Because we look at flowers, and then not only is this just any type of flower, you guys, these are tulips. Okay, and we know that tulips, when they bloom, they open up. Most flowers do, but not the way that the tulips, when they open up, it's just a symbolization of joy and happiness and vibrancy. You see, something that was once taken for dead is about to get revived back to life. And that is the relationship that the divine feminine and the divine masculine have. They have a relationship that is a strong connection, strong bond, and they share it together. This is not something that they share with others. This is not something that they gifted to someone else as if they're wanting to have that return back to them in return. No, they know that this connection is about being in union with one another. It's about something being given, and it's about something being received. It could be reciprocity. It could be love. It could be a combination of so many things that they're going to give to one another. I don't just feel like it's the divine masculine alone that's going to be coming in bearing gifts. I feel like divine feminine has always given so much of herself that when he does come in, or she, that it's just going to be an exchange of warm embraces, hugs and kisses and beautiful things. Okay? Because it's coming. Now, back to the divine masculine card. Okay? When you look at the divine masculine, he has this determination, like the strong determination that's on his face. He is like doing damage control right now. Karmic is still trying to persuade him and trying to coax him and coerce him away from the union with divine feminine. But if you can look on his face, it remains unflinched. He doesn't care about what the karmic has to say. If you look at divine masculine, just like you've seen divine feminine cloaked in red, he's wearing a red cloak too. And this represents divine feminine's love being cloaked around him. This is a feeling that he already knows that he's not going to get elsewhere. It reminds me of Lisa. Is her name Lisa Stansfield? I've been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know where he can be. Come on. You guys know how it is when it comes to me and these songs. But I'm gonna find him. Come on. That's how he's looking. He's like, I'm looking for my baby. I'm gonna find her. Come what may. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make my baby happy. And again, like I said, going back to the Mars being around his neck, that symbolized divine masculine is in his power. Hey, like the Barge Brothers, where they sing love me in a special way. What more can I say? Love me now. Come on. He knows he's special, and he's not the average type that will fall for anything that sounds good. So reach into your chain of thoughts and try to find something new, because what worked well for you before, for me, it just won't do. And this is what divine masculines are telling the karmics. You got to love me in a special way, because divine masculine now knows he's just not anybody. He's not about to fall for that same okie doke like he was before, when he was hurt because he wasn't in union and he was in separation with divine feminine. And the karmics, a lot of them played on his vulnerability. Okay, men are no different from women. They get vulnerable too. All right, so it's not going to work, because this card with this dog here represents loyalty. Divine masculine is coming back loyal. He's coming back in his power, his complete sovereignty. And he's more determined today than what he was yesterday. That's for darn sure. And everything that the karmic throws at the divine masculine, he just shakes it off, because he's cloaked again in divine feminine's love. He already knows how the end of this story goes, because he's the one that wrote it. Him and his baby, him and his divine feminine, they already wrote the stories out to their lives, and they're living by it. And this card right here, can you only guess who this is? Foxes are sneaky. Let me give you a hint. They're tricky. They're deceitful. And if you already guessed it by now, this is the karmic. And this card represents the trickery, the deception, the false gossip, and the gospel that she brings. Her coming in as a false prophet, telling the divine masculine what he wants to hear, what she thinks he wants to hear, in order for her to ruin all chances of them getting back together. But little does she know, it's just a little too late. Ah! Come on. Divine masculine, he is already hooked on him some divine feminine. So she can say what she want to say. She can try to do what she want to do. But in the end, we all know who wins, right? So, deception and flattery, it wins not. He knows that deception and flattery, it leads to a cut up heart. I don't think that divine masculine is trying to put his heart back on that chopping block again. He's been there. He's done that. These karmics have hurt a lot of our divine masculines. You see, divine masculine, he's a lot smarter now, right? So we have the last card here, which is the Tower card, which is different from Tarot. This is Cartomancy, by the way. Like I told you guys, I will be doing Cartomancy, and so I decided to do Cartomancy today, because you got a chance to get these deep insights about what's going on in the karmic and her little games that she's playing or trying to play. Okay, but Divine Masculine is already 2 steps ahead of her because this card represents boundaries and restrictions. And as you see, this is a watchtower here. He's already looking out. He already seen the karmic coming miles away. All right? And the Divine Masculine is keeping a strict watch on how he's moving. He has structure now. Okay? This is a solid structure. This is a foundation. This is the foundation that he's about to give to Divine Femme. He's not about to give this to her. He's not about to give this to the karmic. Why? All right? He knew that the karmic could only do so much. And that in the grand scheme of things, she wasn't the enemy. It's sometimes the self within that we need to turn away from. And I believe at this now moment that the Divine Masculine is at that point where he is turning away from those false stories and those false ideologies of where and who he is supposed to be. How he's supposed to act, where he's supposed to live, who he's supposed to be with, what he's supposed to be doing for a living, how he's supposed to dress, how he's supposed to smell, how he's supposed to look. No more is he giving away his power to those that don't even light a match to his Divine Feminine. And so the karmic, we all know that she's very persistent and that she's not going to let go easy. But in the grand scheme of things, there's no game when you have no players. And I believe at this moment that Divine Masculine has bowed out gracefully. He has left that game alone. Game over. And I have come to the conclusion of this beautiful reading. It is good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe. Leave a love donation if you feel inclined to, or you can purchase a gift from my wish list on Amazon, and it will appear on the appear on the channel. Yeah, this is a late night one, but anyway, I hope you love it all the same. I now wrap you in my love, and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Meet me on the other side. Let's see how this is all about to go down. Namaste.